Hi, it's Anastasia here, and today we're going to talk about articulation on the harpsichord, namely the articulation that the instrument lends itself to and requires of us, as well as what kinds of articulation the music requires from us. And I feel as if there's a lot of mystique surrounding the sound of the harpsichord and the articulation needed to play it. And if you think, for example, of someone like Glenn Gould, who played a lot of Bach on the modern piano, and how he sought to imitate the sound of the harpsichord on the piano by making everything very even and dry and detached. And that's probably because he was thinking about the sound of the harpsichord and how it decays really, really quickly compared to a piano, and the dryness because we have no pedals, and the supposed evenness because all the strings are plucked in the exact same way. And so there's this because of all those factors I mentioned, there's somehow this idea that the articulation on the harpsichord is very dry and detached and even, and that's actually a fallacy, if I may say so, because of the fact that the harpsichord decays quickly and has a very primitive plucking mechanism, and therefore cannot do any kind of swells and make large dynamic differences. Articulation is something that cannot afford to be even. It has to be differentiated as much as possible, because articulation, along with timing, is one of the two main tools that harpsichordists use to make their instrument sound expressive and to shape musical phrases and so on and so forth. So I'm going to make a little, play you a little example here. So these are the opening measures of Bach's French Suite for harpsichord in G major, and I'm firstly going to play it using the mid-20th century harpsichord imitation aesthetic. And now I'm going to play it the way the harpsichord is supposed to be played, based on historical performance practice principles. I hope that gives you some idea of how important it is to use as many different kinds of articulation as possible when playing the harpsichord. As I said earlier, I'll get into this more in depth on my later video on inflection, so I hope you'll stay tuned. Thank you.